Dr. Roland Good is currently an associate professor at the University of Oregon. His focus includes early literacy research, measurement, statistics, and research design. For the past 19 years, he has led a program of research and development culminating in the dynamic indicators of basic early literacy skills, known as DIBELS for the purposes of this hearing, and the DIBELS data system. He is also the principal and co-founder of Dynamic Measurement Group, an educational company that, among other things, provides professional development on DIBELS. Mr. Good holds a doctorate from Pennsylvania State University.
Chairman Miller and members of the committee, thank you very much for the opportunity to come here and participate in clarifying the record about our involvement in Reading First. I have submitted written testimony, and I'd like to summarize and elaborate on that today. First, I think that Reading First has been a remarkable and incredible bipartisan effort across Democrats and Republicans to make a much-needed change in reading outcomes for our children, and especially for the children who are most at risk, our poor and children from diverse backgrounds. I'm a professor at the University of Oregon. For about the last 20 years or so, I have been doing research and teaching and presenting on reading, with particular emphasis on reading assessment, especially around the areas of early literacy and of a prevention-oriented model to ensure that all of our children are on track. Very early in the Reading First process, I was invited to participate on the assessment committee of the Secretary's Reading Leadership Academies. I was invited by Dr. Kameanui and had the opportunity to participate on a committee of scientists and researchers who in our field are without peer and the highest scholarly credentials that we have. I was very honored to be a part of that committee. As a result of that committee work, we began a process of establishing scientific standards and applying those standards to assessments to be able to put into practice the words about scientifically based reading research in evaluating assessments. In doing that, we followed the highest standards of avoidance of conflict of interest in the academy. As a professor, we're not unfamiliar with conflict of interest. Whenever we research, whenever we publish, there are always issues of conflict of interest. We address those within the university setting by first being public about what our investment is. Second, we focus on evidence. It's not about judgment, but it's about evidence. What science can we bring to bear? And third, we avoid direct participation in any evaluation of our own work or of our own product. And we have a blind review process of things that we're involved in. DIBELS was one of the 29 measures that was evaluated by that committee. In every review of DIBELS, I recused myself from any discussion and did not participate directly in any discussion of DIBELS. And I don't know who did. Whoever reviewed it is blind to me. That review encompassed DIBELS and many others. Subsequent to that, my involvement on the assessment committee, I also was faculty on the Western Region Reading First Technical Assistance Center for a period of time and participated in presentations at the Secretary's Leadership Academy and at subsequent Reading First national conferences. In that time, I've really championed the use of assessment in a prevention-oriented model. I've used DIBELS as examples in those presentations. I've used other assessment measures as examples as well. Currently, I continue to do research and training around early literacy assessment. I continue to consult with states when I am requested to. I would really like to see this important innovation continue. I'd really like to see the words scientifically based reading research turned into practice in a way that can be defended. I think we need to have a panel that is continuing, that is charged with review of programs and review of assessments. A panel and a process where it can be above even the appearance of a conflict of interest and rigorously supervised. All of that is very important to continue this important landmark work that is Reading First. This has been an opportunity to change in a very meaningful way the lives of our children who are most at risk. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you today. I'd be very pleased to answer any questions you have.